back to Bama Girl Cafe. Cheers! Hey loves, so welcome back to Bama Girls Cafe. I know it's been a long time since you guys have seen me here on the channel, but I'm super excited to be back. It has been a process trying to get back to YouTube. I have been going through a separation / divorce, so I just kind of had to take some time and step away from the channel and rebuild my life brick by brick, and I'm super excited to be back. So today we are going to be in our new space, which is my lovely apartment here in Cary, North Carolina, and we're going to be making brown butter cookies. I'm super excited to be back on camera. I'm super excited to be coming back to YouTube. I'm in a much happier mental space, and I feel like I can come back to YouTube and get back on camera and give you guys the best version of myself at 40. When I started YouTube, I was in my late 20s, and I was just trying to figure out how to navigate life as a military spouse, as a black woman in the white spaces, away from my family, making new friends, and kind of trying to start my life. And now I'm 40. I know who I am. I'm more sure of myself, and I know where my place is in the world. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into this video. So today we are going to be making brown butter cookies, and we're going to talk about the ingredients you're going to need for this video. So you're going to need some all-purpose flour, you're going to need some brown sugar, some white sugar, you're going to need some baking soda, baking powder, salt, and you're also going to need some cornstarch. You're going to need some vanilla, 2 eggs, a cup of butter, some walnuts, which are optional, or you can switch them out with pecans, and you're going to need some chocolate chips. So one thing I love about brown butter cookies is they are super soft, tasty, and they just give you a little bit more of a nuttier taste than a regular chocolate chip cookie. So I am here for it. So y'all, let's get into this video. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to chop up our walnuts and go ahead and set them to the side. I absolutely love adding walnuts and pecans into my cookies. If you have a nut allergy, your life sucks. I'm just playing. Your life doesn't suck, but if you have a nut allergy, you can still make this recipe without the pecans or walnuts. I love pecans and walnuts, but this time of year in the fall, it's just something about having some walnuts in your breads, in your cookies. I just absolutely love it. So we're going to go ahead and set that to the side, because we got to cut just a nice rough chop. You don't want to chop them up too small, because you still want to get a little bit of that crunch from walnuts. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to combine our dry ingredients, and we're going to start with the salt, the cornstarch, baking soda, and the baking powder. Y'all, I forgot to grab a fork, so let me grab a fork. Y'all, I am so in love with my new place. I've been here since March. I just had to get my nerves together so that I could start back filming, but I'm super excited. So we're going to go ahead and we're just going to mix all of the dry ingredients together, and we're going to set this to the side. Now the thing about brown butter cookies is that you are going to need to melt your butter on the stove. So I'm going to go ahead and grab our pot, and we're going to place 2 sticks of unsalted butter in the pot, and we're going to let it melt down on the stove until it's brown. Come on, baby, come out. And once we're done with this process, then we're going to combine all of our wet ingredients, and we're going to get this video popping, honey. So we're going to go ahead and put this on the stove, and while this is on the stove melting, we're going to go ahead and combine all of our other ingredients. And you actually don't need a mixer for this recipe. You just need a wooden spoon. See you guys back here in a second. Okay guys, so we are back, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to start by combining our brown sugar and our white sugar together. Take, you know, a little whisk, and we're going to make sure you get all the lumps out too. Sometimes, you know, brown sugar can be a little lumpy. So we're just going to give this a good stir together. And then once our butter has finished melting down, we are going to add this in with the eggs. You want to make sure that your butter also cools down a little bit, because you don't want your eggs to emulsify or start to cook and while you're stirring everything in. So yeah. So we've got this all mixed in, and what we're going to do next is just let our butter melt, and then we're going to add the rest of the ingredients in. Alright guys, so our butter is melted and it is browning, so don't be alarmed when you see that your butter is boiling light. You want to constantly keep stirring it. It's sizzling and popping and snapping, so this is the consistency you want it to get to, but you want to keep stirring it. Once it stops popping and sizzling, it's going to start to turn brown, and this is how you make brown butter. So you want to put it in a skillet or a pot, and you want to let it melt, and it's going to do all of these different things like the popping and the crackling and the sizzling, and once it stops, your butter is going to begin to brown. So as you guys can see, you can bring your eyes in a little bit closer, it has started to foam, and now it's starting to turn brown. You want to keep stirring it because it can stick to the pot a little bit, but this is what you want. You want it to start boiling and then crackling, and then you can start to see it start to turn brown. It's turning, but you need to keep stirring it. You don't want it to get too dark, but as you can see, it's starting to turn brown, and that's what you want. So you just want to keep stirring it, and once it's past this point, you then have your brown butter, but you need to stay with it. Alright, so the butter is brown, as you guys can see. This is what brown butter looks like. So we're going to let this sit and cool for 30 minutes to an hour right here, and then we're going to come back and we're going to mix up the cookies. Alright guys, so we are back, and we're going to go ahead and just crack our eggs. And I like to crack my eggs separate because, you know, you never want to crack your eggs over a bowl with ingredients in it, just in case if the egg is doing a little something, a little funky. Alright, so we got our eggs. We're going to set them to the side. And now we're going to go ahead and blend our brown sugar and white sugar mixture together. Got a little chunk of brown sugar. We're going to go ahead and remove that. Alright. So we're going to mix this all together. Oh, I need that. Alright. Don't worry guys, the sink is clean, I promise. So we're going to take these eggs and we're going to whip them up. You want to make sure that your brown butter has cooled down some. Give it anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour. I gave it an hour. We're going to mix that in there with the vanilla. And we're going to give it a stir. Just to combine everything. And y'all, I love the way brown butter smells. It smells divinity. It just gives off a whole nother vibe. So now we're going to go ahead and pour that into the bowl. Get all of it out the pan. Get all of it. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and set that to the side. Now we're going to mix in our flour and combine it. Our wet and dry ingredients. And like I said, you really don't need a hand blender or anything with this. You can definitely do this. You can definitely do this by hand, like I'm doing, and it comes together really, really good. And just keep mixing it. Make sure you go around the side of the bowl and get all that excess flour. And make sure you are getting it at the bottom of the bowl. You want to make sure everything is incorporated. You might need a little muscle, but just keep stirring. Make sure you have a wooden spoon. For some reason, anytime I try to use anything else when I'm not using a hand mixer and I'm using a spoon, it's just like metal spoon don't do it. So make sure you always have a wooden spoon when you are making cookies. It also helps because you know the dough doesn't really like stick to it and all that. Alright. If you got to, grab that thing and push it down. Yeah, I'm so excited to be back here on YouTube. I'm still trying to get used to not like looking over at my my monitor to make sure everything is on track. But you know, we're gonna get there. I'm trying to make sure I'm making eye contact with the camera. Alright. So now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna add in those chocolate chips. Ooh, girl. And then we're gonna throw in those walnuts. And we're gonna just mix it. Mix everything together. Be careful so you don't make a mess like I just did. It'll be okay. It'll be okay. It'll be okay. Gotta sweep the floor now. I just couldn't let that stay all over the counter. But yeah, we're gonna mix this up. And another reason you want to make sure that your butter is cool, because one, you don't want your eggs to start scrambling, and two, it'll make your cookies like really greasy, and it'll make your chocolate chips melt. So you want to make sure everything is at the right temperature. And y'all should smell these cookies. They smell so good. Oh my God. I'm so excited. And just make sure you stir everything really good. If you need to, go in and stir it up by hand, which I don't need to because everything came together really, really well. And I'm going to do a little bit of cleaning up. And then we're going to come back and we're going to put these on the cookie tray. And we're going to let them bake, y'all. My oven is already heating up, so yeah, that's what we do. Give y'all a little side view, a little front view, another little side view so you can see what's going on in the bowl. I love having that side camera, y'all, because it just really helps you guys to see what's going on. Like, my channel is about like sharing food, but it's also about teaching you guys how to make these dishes. So yeah, I'm gonna get everything wiped down. We're gonna come back and we're going to not plate them, put them on the pan, and we're gonna let some bake, and then you know we're gonna have a little taste test, baby. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'll be back in a second. Alright guys, so we are back and we're going to go ahead and we're going to start with the cookies. I'm going to be using a scoop because it gives me the perfect size. And the recipe calls for 20 cookies. That's if you want to do 2 tablespoon measurements, but I don't think I want 20. I want them kind of big, because I am going to be sharing these cookies So we're gonna do 6 at a time. I'm also going to freeze half of this. So yeah. So we're gonna put these in the oven at 350. We're gonna push them down a little bit. And this is what we have. And we're gonna put them in the oven on 350 for anywhere from 10 to 15 minutes. So at the 10-minute mark, just make sure that you are checking your cookies. So let's go ahead and pop these in, and we're gonna set the alarm. And when they're done, we're gonna be right back. Alright guys, so we are back and the cookies are done. So let's go ahead and plate them. I love a good chocolate chip cookie. I love, like, this is not a cookie for kids. I'm sorry, but this is more of an adult cookie. You know, when you're having girls' night or you got, you know, your little boo thing coming over. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And you want to be like, I made some chocolate chip cookies. You know, that's what these use for. I call these grown and sexy chocolate chip cookies because this is not your everyday chocolate chip cookie. But yeah. All right, let's get this cleared off. You know what I'm saying? Wink, wink. Oh, living my best life. Living my life like it's golden. All right, so here are our chocolate chip cookies. They look fantastic. So hold them so you guys can see. Yes. So so good, crunchy, soft, chewy. It's a good ass chocolate chip cookie. This is a cookie. This is the best cookie. Chocolate chip cookie. It's perfect. Anyway, I love chocolate chip cookies. Big back, big back, big. I'm sorry. This cookie is so good. Oh my god. Yes, honey. Yes. Oh my god, cookie. Woo! This is a cookie. This is. I'm sorry, y'all. This is a chocolate chip cookie. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this video up. I'm so happy. I'm so happy to be back here on YouTube. I love you guys. Remember to treat people the way you want to be treated. And love yourself. And remember, people may say things, but always pay attention to their actions. Because sometimes their actions speak louder than words. Like, with that being said, I love you guys. Stay safe. We're entering the holiday season, so I'm definitely trying to be here to give you guys some good holiday ideas. This is perfect for a work party. You want to impress the people in the office or the people in the factory, aka I work in a factory. Or you just want to have something for you and your girls to snack on, or you sugar dumpling. Please. Chocolate chip cookies are absolutely perfect. I love you guys. Stay tuned in. We're gonna be ready to start rolling out these holiday videos. And I'll see you guys back here in a couple days. Not a couple months, but a couple days. See ya. Toodaloo.